night, I'm staring at the screen. Flickering candlesticks, it's a neon dream. Voices whispering trades I shouldn't make. Fevered fantasies are just another mistake. Confidence, they say, buy high, hold tight. Far too late when the market takes a flight. Whispers twist my nerves, I'm falling for the bait. Ending up with losses at an alarming rate. Voices in my head make me buy when I should sell. Euphoria and dread, it's a roller coaster spell. Whispering doubt makes me break my golden rule. I'm just dancing with my demons, acting like a fool. Voices screaming in my head, shut the hell up, please shut the hell up. Stress and panic tug me from side to side. One day a king, next day I run and hide. Self-doubt knocks me on the edge of the drop. My faith in numbers sways until it finally stops. One minute they're shouting about the moon. Next moment despair hits, it's over too soon. Paralyzed by fear, profits slipping away. Caught in this constant battle every single day. Voices in my head make me buy when I should sell. Euphoria and dread, it's a roller coaster spell. Whispering doubt makes me break my golden rule. I'm just dancing with my demons, acting like a fool. Voices screaming in my head, shut the hell up, please shut the hell up. 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 Man in a trap. Wow, yeah. I'm the man in a trade buried in the red. Hold L, lean through the pain with the screen-fed head. Shovel in my hand, digging for a pump. Charts are crashing down, I'm the diamond hand chump. Eyes on the candlesticks, I'm losing my mind. FOMO's got me locked, I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul. Waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Feed my greed with coins, shit coins in the dirt. Promise Lambos gleam, but my wallet's hurt. Jesus of the dip, won't you buy my stack? Satoshi's ghost just laughs, there's no turning back. I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage?
Check, check, 1 2 1 2.
I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul. Waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Buried in the fees, gas is killing me slow. Margin calls a beast, liquidation's my foe.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin?
Can't escape the screen, Tinker's my new god.
He always says that, and then we have to sit here and wait for like almost a minute for something happens.
I'm the man in a trade,
Why is that?
trapped in crypto's cage.
It's Sean.
Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade.
Here we go.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, hey, there's my little note from last night to, yeah, Crow. Okay. See, I finally saw it right there. Yeah. Didn't see it any time after the show. Just now, when I start the show. Probably a little bit too late to act on that. I don't know. All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Taking a look at the Bitcoin markets as we got rejected up here at this nice little spot here at 105.9. Is that correct? Now, I lost the chart I was originally on right here, the one that I was working with. Oh my gosh, how does that happen? Did I erase it? Or maybe I don't reckon. Oh, right here you are. I didn't recognize you because I'm zoomed out. I'm on the 24 minute. That's just because it's a short time frame, but a medium. I don't know. Not even medium. It's short. We can go to the 1 hour. So what I was working on here for my targets was this guy here. Did we not? Oh my gosh! Did you forget how to hit your targets, Rhoda? You went over here. I did. Well, but Jesus. Okay. Oh, did we do? Oh, that's right. That's right. We did it. I did it up. I forgot how. I'm forgetting which way I got my actual targets here. There's a number of ways to get these little targets. I was looking for an AB equals CD, but blah blah blah, all bouncing off of here. It came a little shy there. I don't know if that was me not putting it low enough on the fib, or drawing the line, or it came close enough. That 105.8 and 105.7 area. Now I was hoping we would go a little bit beyond that. I was really kind of looking for a move right around 106.4 and 107.5, possibly even get up to 108. But these are basically our fibs, and we'll just take them over here and start them anew here, so we can go along with the thought process. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. That's the little chant we do. That's what makes it work. That's where the special sauce comes from. If you don't say the chant, it doesn't work for you. All right, so our 0.5 Fibonacci is right up here. Okay, so the rule of the game is, or what I'm looking for anyway, since we're on this downward trajectory here, lower lows and lower highs, and as much as you want to long it, she rolls over. As much as you want to long it, she rolls over. Long it, roll over. Long it, roll over. It looks like a bottom. Wrong it. Nope. It did down here, and this was a very special fib area. This was actually several fibs. It was the 786, I believe, from this guy, the 236 from our bigger pull. And so there was a lot of confluence that this area would hold. So I thought, well, I'm going to take a chance on that. So I did. And had a nice little trade until I just recently got stopped out with this little drop here. I was adding to it and taking from it along the way. Are you true? Okay, am I mistaken? Oh yeah, that was right. I was looking at the wrong place. So on this one is a 786 Fibonacci retracement, from this low to that high, and that's you know, one of the places that we look for something to happen. And when we start seeing something happening, and moving averages were giving me some indication that this is also a nice little area to keep an eye on. I started making a little bottom pattern and a formation there, a higher low, and hey man, in we go. And we ride it up until we can't ride it anymore. It is a bumpy ride coming up here. We got rejected, started coming back down, retest this double bottom right there. It did very well. So that these are, I point this out in retrospect so that, you know, when you remember what we were feeling and what we were going through over here, you know, bottoms form at, normally we look for to form a key area. So if we know a key area is coming and we got maybe some other things to look for here, we start looking for signs of a bottom. And so, you know, it come down and made two lows at the same area, one a little bit lower, and no, we're okay at this 786. So, and then something's going to happen, some kind of bottom formation typically happens, and it could be in the form of there's several different forms, but usually it's a W or maybe some kind of triple bottom formation that happens there. They can be pointy, they can be round. There's lots of things that they can look at, but there's like a little handful of things just that you even if you don't know them, you'll start recognizing. Oh man, and so we get our bottom in, then we start changing, hopefully, the direction. Right? It took a minute. I wasn't convinced that we had anything yet because we didn't break that high, but we were still at our 236 Fibonacci area. We came up twice in that area, came back down and retested another little area like we just talked about right there. And then we went up and we finally got through that and came on up, and almost, we didn't quite make our 382 area. That might be still on the radar. Right now, if you ask me, we're coming back down to, you know, got retest this little area down here, maybe about 104.9-ish, maybe not. I've got a yellow line sitting right there that I'm trying to figure out. Where did you go? Oh, you're a fib. Okay. Where did you come from? Which fib are you? All right. So let's get this other fib off of here so we can take a look at the chart and see a little bit more clearly. Let me make sure I got my dialed in here fairly accurate. All right. So swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. We didn't quite make it over here. We made it out of our little area. This was the discount zone. This is where, man, I wish I bought more when it was 103,800. Wish I'd bought more, because it's 105 now. That's where you start getting all that stuff, because this was the juicy place to buy with our little theory here. Unless she comes over here and rolls over, and then it's like, oh man. So we're just going to take some trend lines, see what we're working with here. We got this little bottom trend line, and then this one didn't touch it. Now that's bullish. That's a bullish sign. I like that. We're deviating from our main trend. A deviation. We came up here like that, and then we deviated one more time with another trend line here, going right. Well, really right up here first. We lost that one, and then we rode underneath it, making an internal trend line there. But as it starts developing, we start giving it more leeway and everything, and just trying to follow that little guy. And it appears that we've lost one of them guys, and what we're doing is just waiting for it to bottom out again. Likely it will either bounce here or maybe come down and bounce here, and when it does, we get another bottom in. We will take this trend line, and then we will put it there, and we should be in probably a decent channel. Now, if I had to guesstimate just by how I see this stuff kind of work out, I would think that we might have done it. We might have nicked it. When I take that angle from the top, because if, you know, I have this theory, I have this rule of thumb that price travels in channels. And if we can identify one side of the channel, fairly accurate by the angles of it, candle bodies are excellent for that, in my personal opinion, is what I use. We can identify the other side of that and take it all the way back to those little wicks, and, you know, perhaps, or more than likely, you've identified the channel. It's bearish channel. It can't break down through here. I just got to say that, but I don't believe it would. I added another moving average. Oh wow, one more moving average. Yay, like you don't have enough. Like, how many do you have? Or how many are you trying to collect? The whole set? Are you doing doubles? I temporarily added the 5 moving average, and the more you get, the merrier they are. It gives me a little bit more insight, and the 5 here on the 1 hour has not bearishly crossed, nor does it even look like it's entertaining the thought to bearishly cross over that 9 moving average, even though the price is flirting with losing it. Tells me that maybe we can come back up here and snap back to it. It is crossed bullshit over the 100 moving average, whereas the 9 looks like she's trying to roll over. Maybe that 5 will give us a clue that maybe the rollover won't happen. Maybe we'll get a nice little bounce here. That's what I'm looking at. So we come down to the smaller time frames where it looks a little scary. This is where a lot of people would probably be looking for a shoulder, head and shoulder. I think they would also be looking for a bear bull flag too, so they would tell you both ways, so that they're right either way you go, up or down. I'm just saying. Sometimes you see that, I'm like, well, okay, well, how does that help me out? Going up? Well, going down. Doing both at the same time. It doesn't matter. We come back and say, look, we told you. We told you it was going down. I told you. So we did. Now, my take is that, well, we got this kind of a channel idea going on here because we had this touch and that touch, and if we extend that line, well, we kind of bumped our head on resistance there. Kind of hard to, it's hard for them flags to break on up there sometimes at these areas of resistance. It was also at our, I had my pivot points, so that told me that flag probably, actually what told me it probably ain't going to work out is losing the trend line that it was in. When you get a flag, you want to make sure it stays within the trend line. That would be your best results there. You break the trend line, then this stuff starts happening. So it doesn't make any sense to do flag patterns if they break a trend line. What I see taught on YouTube is they're not looking at the trend line. They're just looking at what's over here. And it's just until something gets there, they'll put it into a flag. And I don't know. I mean, it is true. Patterns do develop. They do change. Trend lines do mature. They do change. Oh, we're breaking this one. We got a little bit of wiggle room there with that wick. Let's put her over there. It had a lot of wicks over here too, so that's why I'll give it a little extra wiggle room, see if that trend line holds. But once if you're looking at a flag, and if you can draw a trend line going right through it, because I'm there about 13 different ideas out here of flags, how they'll put them on here. But if you break that trend line, it's not as likely to work out for you. You're probably looking at something else. I'm just saying. Breaking the trend line means that you're breaking the trend. A flag would be a continuation of that trend. There's the argument. That's the logic behind it. The flag would still continue the trend. It's a continuation pattern for the trend that you're in. Okay, and so that's usually a red flag when you break a trend line. I'm just throwing that out there until it finally sinks with people. I don't know. Maybe I'll quit saying it, because if the gurus that do this, they finally figure that out, and then of course they just get more money. Look, I discovered something new. Look at this. Now I will make you more successful. Okay, so coming down here possibly to check out this little area and hope for bounce. 104. Right at 105, might be coming down. There's a 200 moving average crossing over an 800. That is what I'm liking on the smaller time frames. No, it's starting to feel bearish when we go down, but this morning or most of the day is looking kind of, from bouncing over here, the market started picking up and getting a little bit more bullish, right? A little bit more happy. Right now, this is probably, oh no, I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work. If we go over to the liquidation heat map, I finally figured out how to adjust it. I didn't know you can blow her up. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, with the mouse, I can make it up where we can actually see it. What the hell happened there? This is the end, right? This is where we are right now, right? Okay, so liquidity up above us. We still got it going to about 106.6-ish area there. The heavier liquidity seems to be right down here though, so it's not as thick. We kind of dial it down a little bit just to kind of get more shining up there. So the orders are thinning out up here. I thought it was interesting. There's also quite a bit around the 111 too. We blow that up. There's still some up there. So the general theory is that they will come and take the liquidity closest to them, and that right now that seems to be on the upside. So perhaps that we will continue up there. May not make it to my 0.5 Fibonacci. May just roll over at that 0.382 there, and then maybe they come down and try to get 102.3, 102.4. I mean, if we're reading the liquidity map and what it suggests. Hey, we got a model number 1. What do you look like? We got all kinds of... I don't like that one. Can't adjust that one. You can adjust the model 3 though. I kind of like that. This is on Coin Glass. Oh, I forgot how to do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, well, I guess you're coming down to the downside to get some of this yummy liquidity now. You said, screw that at 106.8. We want to come down here. Give us something to do tomorrow. So anyway, Bitcoin be dropping, but here's what I like. Now I'm on the 6-minute time frame. Tiny time frame. It's one that I follow a lot when I'm, I make my plans. I come down, do top-down analysis, bigger time frames coming down to the smaller ones. That'll help you be more accurate and see things that are going on. If you start from the smaller time frames, then you get caught up in whatever's going on. You can't see the big picture. You won't know when that drop or that pump is coming. You're just going to miss it. So that's why we do that. And then you kind of can start working them together, right? If you see something happening on a bigger time frame, oh, we're coming to an area of resistance or support, or a certain area to take notice of. We zoom in to kind of get our little microscope out to see, well, what is really going on here? And what we got is a flippening of the moving averages on Bitcoin finally starting to happen. Because it was just even on the 1 minute, it was just a downward. It was a downward trek. I mean, it was brutal. You think you're getting some hope? Getting some hope? Nope. Getting some hope? Nope. Getting some hope? Nope. And then she finally got down here at the bottom. Is one of the things I was looking at too. She finally got her crosses over here. On this tawny 1 minute, and that was a good sign. Okay, so if I see a cross happen here on the 1 minute, I want to track that, and I'm going to keep watching the bigger time frames, and eventually it'll come to whatever other minutes that you're using, slowly start creeping up, and that's gaining strength. And here on the 1 minute, you can see that even on the 1 minute, just watching the ribbon flip with all these moving averages. So we're just now starting to get to show some weakness, but it's not flipping. It doesn't look like she's kind of ready to flip just quite yet. She's maybe the first. It looks like she can recover from this and going up, if you ask my personal opinion. That's just on the 1 minute. But you come down over to the 5 minute, you see that it's flipping over. That's strong. So a retest of these moving averages to bounce off of is kind of what we're looking at, whatever time frame you're looking at. Here's the 6 minute. It's just now starting to. And we got did we get the red one to cross over on any of these? Yes. The 1 minute and 3 minute, the red line crossed over to 800. That kind of means something. That's the only straggler that we got here on the 5 minute and above. So Bitcoin, where are you coming down to, baby? Where are you coming down to? Where do we need to see you stop and go? We're going to take a gander, if you will, at this 0.5 Fibonacci that we're approaching right now and see if we can get a little respect there, start seeing if we can get a little something going on. If not, it might be a little bit deeper to the 618. She has been touching some 618s on this move, so 1046 is kind of in there. Just to take a look, but we're going to have to start looking and seeing what we're getting on the smaller time frame. This is what I'm talking about. So now I would come down to if I'm just curious, and just want to see, you can come down to the 1 minute and then see if this idea catches ground and plays out and start seeing some candles and some respect there. And that might not clear, that might be where we catch our bounce. So we want to see if we can catch something here and start coming up. If not, then we definitely want to pay close attention here, because if this one doesn't hit, then hope we're not working on something sinister here, or that 102 area or whatever. I don't have them. The fibs pool, do I? I would have shown you that. But even here on the 1 minute, these moving averages are giving me some hope that, hey man, maybe something good's coming on. Sometimes I even come down to the 10-second chart just to look and see what's going on. And now they flipped bearish over here. They flipped bearish over here, and they're spreading out, so maybe they can try to catch a stopping point. I don't know. Just ideas. Some of the things that I do and look at on the charts sometimes. I do like this. I mean, we got some bullish crosses even here on the smaller time frames. 200 crossing over the 800. That's a big deal. That's bullish. We got the 360 working on it. That might take a little longer to do. It'll probably be after the pump up. But we've got our 100 moving average still up here at the 50. I mean, they're both rolling. They're turning. But if we get a bounce, they straighten back out, right? And we go, we can recover and regain them, and then it's easier to recover. And these little guys will just follow price, and we'll just bounce our way to happiness to a higher target. This is what we're hoping for. That's the dream I'm selling. I don't know. I'm not really selling anything, but I don't know if I can. I can't get a read on this. It kind of makes me think you might be looking down here. If I had to guesstimate by trend lines, I would say that it is starting to look like maybe 104.6 area will be the place. I don't know if I want to see what happens here. That 200 moving average crossing, that could do it. That could do it. So we want to come back to Bitcoin here in just a few minutes and see what's going on. In the meantime, I'm going to press my little request button for altcoins. So if you guys got any altcoins you want to take a look at, you can throw them in under that. I will see it when I come back to say hello to everybody here again. Have I said hello yet? I haven't said hello yet. Maybe I should do that first. Let me get my chart set up so I won't forget where I'm going, what I'm trying to do here. And let's bring up the chat. 18 people hanging out. I got the wrong time on there. It says I started at 11:45. It's supposed to be 10:45. Don't know what happened there. Chris Klein, how's it going? Chris Klein was #1 tonight. First one here. He said like and subscribe and become a member today.
For those of you out there that's hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Oh gosh, Elvis is going to be the freaking death of me. Anyway. We got Ave Medina, who is second tonight. There's me saying, yep, I got caught up in the charts tonight and lost track of time. We got Soul in the house, Bullish on Parade. Sicario. How's it going, my man? Good to see you here. Epstein's Ghost, I got a 20x long on Chill Guy and Moonding. Well, sounds kind of interesting. If I'm not mistaken, I think the gaming coins are starting to do a little something. We might want to take a look at some gaming coins. I noticed my knock has been going up. Alluvion's been doing a little something, so that narrative may be starting to warm up. We want to keep our eyes and ears open for whatever narratives are starting to open up. First indication is going to be the price. We got Strega. What's up, Strega? There's Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. Go check him out. Joe, are you doing anything tonight afterwards? It is 11:11. Can we get some 11:11s in the chat? It is that time right now. 11:11. It is 11:11. 11:11. Joe, go check him out. He's got the music out there. He's got. Are you still doing shorts? Man, those things tried my patience. So I was like, nah, I'll skip it. But he's out there. He's streaming every day. teaching technical analysis, how to trade, the mindset behind it, the frame of mind, what's going through the thought process. All of that is what he's sharing with you every day. It's a great place to get some alpha. I'm just saying. All right, well, it does not look like we're catching anything here on this 1 minute. She's saying, nope, I want to travel right through there, buddy. We want to come down and just eyeball this guy. See this you see this Ichimoku cloud? See how spindly she is? And it's really just a shadow of price action. It's 26 candles ahead. That's all it is, with some other little algorithm, whatever, that makes the cloud thicker or whatever. I don't understand all that stuff. I don't need to. We don't need to get into all the details. You don't have to be a mechanic to drive a car. I'm just saying, to be good at it. But it does indicate that there's a lot more. Now, when it starts getting thick, when it starts thickening up, I mean, this isn't thick. I mean, when she starts getting thick and the price is getting closer to it, that's suggesting, hey man, we might go check that out, and we might be trying to go around the other way. She ain't saying the signs yet right now. She's saying, Labia, I'm ready to shoot you down. I'm ready to knock you down in the dirt, baby. Yeah. So we may be coming down here, unless she wants to pull some funny shenanigans, because I'm seeing some bullish stuff happen here, trying to kick in here. Like she might want to come up here and then come down. I don't know. We don't ever know what she's going to do. I've seen some little fake outs like that. It always makes me go, do I draw my line in the right place? Sometimes you have to go back and check. We were starting to talk about this guy over here before I got lost in the... Did I get lost in the... Did we go through all the chats? I did not. Okay, I'm looking over here. So I see some coins coming up. All right, so we got total 3 over here below a line that seems to be rejecting it. That's not cool. And Bitcoin dominance, which it's at a resistance area. I guess we should pull these up over here. This is total 3, what I'm looking at. This represents all of our altcoins, and let's get onto a bigger time frame, like the 4 hour or something reasonable here to look at. Kind of tell us what's going on. And do we want to go from there? We want to pull it up here. Let's see where I want to take my fib measures from. You can't go wrong by doing it from here. You just can't. That's the rules, from high to low. But you can also do the impulse moves here. And then you got to figure out, well, technically this would be the impulse move right here. But then you got, well, I got this there. Yeah, it can get to where you start overthinking some of this stuff. I think that was one of the problems that I had when I was first learning TA, is that sometimes I would try to overthink it. And then I think you finally figure out, don't overthink it too much. It's just, try not to overthink it too much. All right, so to me, here on the 4 hour, what I see, here was an area we said needs to hold. We haven't even got down there, so that's cool. This is the 360 moving average, is coming up to the 666. The 200, those are across that one, and the 800, those are bullish. This will be bullish after that crosses. It looks like we're trying to go for that. Price found support in this area. She came down and talked to the 666 moving average. That is the Lucy line, the little devil girl right there. If you're looking at a drop, she's usually involved in it. And if she's below the 800, she can be your little saving grace of catch points. Oh, that's where she stopped. It just happens a lot. That's why I've got these moving averages on there. I got them from back testing. The 800, I would definitely recommend having that one. The 666, I mean, that's optional. Okay, she's not integral to my system. The 800 is. The 360, I think, is too. That purple line. Where are you? This purple line that's trying to cross, or working on it. Anyway, we're above the 9 moving average. That's the first sign of recovery. If we can get past this little 236 area, we can make it up here to the 382 Fibonacci. Say $869 billion. That'd be, about another $20 billion coming in the market. Our 200 moving average is up there, so we might bump our head on it. We're flirting with these guys coming down like they might want to cross bearish over it, so we got to see what happens. We broke a trend line, so that's the big thing. That's the big story. We broke a trend line, right? So we're on some kind of correction, and what I'm looking for is the possibility that we might come up here with altcoins. And I'm not looking for us to break back in and bullish and go in and I'll go into the moon. I'm not looking for that. I mean, if it happens, I'll take it. I will take it. But what I'm looking for is to come up to one of these areas, like where we broke out of the area right here where the 200 moving average is, and possibly roll over. Okay, so profit taking on altcoins is what I am recommending this week, and so much so that I'm going to make a note of it. Taking altcoin profits this week because they might be getting cheaper if Bitcoin continues down, if Bitcoin is declining, if we are rolling over on Bitcoin and we're going to go through some summer doldrums, and that could happen. It's not going to be fun. And so if we don't take that action sometime soon or have a plan of action, we're going to get caught in, we could get caught in a similar situation than we had last year. I hope not. Hope it's not. Now, Bitcoin and altcoins are looking good on the bigger weekly time frames and even the monthly, which we will check out again here. But in the short time, it could get kind of nasty one more time. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that idea either. But altcoins, they get, when Bitcoin drops, they lose it. They lose their crap, man. They give up everything, and very few of them will hold that. So that's what we got on that. So, but it looks like we're trying to do something. Like we're trying to come up and do a little something. Like I said, we're trying to flip these ribbons a little bit. It's something going on. Just don't have it yet. We just don't have it yet. But that is what I'd recommend, is to look, let's watch and keep in mind. It might be good to pay yourself what little that you can, just to get ready for something that might be a little, it might be a little bit more corrective here. I don't know how Elliot's going to count it, whether this is going to be a 3 and this is a 5, and then you're looking on something, or if this is your, I would think this would be your 5. This would be A, B, C. The correction could be over here. Do I have another trend? Oh, I got an internal. That's just an idea. This is an idea that I was looking for support. A trend line that cuts through. If I can get it over here. These are just ideas. Like if it all this broke back into like a bigger channel or pattern that we're in. I guess that's what we had, best way to explain it, like the channel idea. And we might be, there might be an idea that's where we're bouncing off of. If so, then maybe we can come over here and say, screw this little, this little trend line area here. We're trying to trim you up here. I mean, there are some good things here. I mean, we talked about the 200 crossing 800. That's kind of a big deal. Let's go to the daily on this guy, and we can see what we're kind of up against. The daily looks like possible rollover here. I'm going to be, if I saw this on any other time frame after this action, I mean, there's a chance we can come up, but I don't like seeing the moving averages lose the 200 as well. We're bouncing off of 50. Let's see what we can do. It gives us a chance to at least zigzag in here a little bit. That does give it a chance to be in here. But we got this big fat Ichimoku cloud that we can come jump in the middle of, and then it would bring us down. I don't want that to happen. That would suck to spend another summer of dreary altcoins. I'm sure they'll be at juicy prices, but if you don't have dry powder to buy them with, then you just got to sit there and sit on your hands and nibble at your fingernails, and it's not a fun place to be. I did a lot of that last year, thinking, oh man, it's all right, we'll be all right, we can walk it off. No matter how you look at it, well, clearly that did not identify it very well. But this was a zone, and we lost it. And so the chances are we come back up, retest it, and then we come down, and then we go visit another zone that we were playing with. It could happen. It could happen that way. I don't know. It may not have to come all the way back down. There are so many options, okay? I mean, we're still doing some things. We did bounce off of here, and that was the neckline. We were waiting for it. Finally got there. Didn't seem like it was ever going to. I kept mentioning this possibility ever since we were breaking out of here. About a 65% chance, or 64, something like that, the same as it is for breaking out, that you can come back and retest this trend line. The same odds that you have of this pattern breaking up and meeting its measure move, or attempting to meet its measure move, is the same odds and probability you have of it coming back to retest that neckline. If you understand that, if that's been explained to you, and if you experienced it and got that under your belt, then you know you can plan around that, and that can help you take profits better up. Well, it'll help you take profits. Taking them better is something you still got to work on. I'm still working on that. I should have took more up there. I did okay. I can see the effect of what I did. I could have just not. You always say you can do a lot more. I don't know why it seems like you're doing enough at the time. You think, oh, this is good. This is good. So I'm still tweaking my little strategies too. So I'm probably going to go for about 25 or 33% next time we come up to a pivot point like that. Okay, so we got rejection ahead is what we're saying. And it may get kind of shaky here before we actually respect this and then go for our higher highs. It may be a struggle. It looks like it could be a little bit of a struggle to get up there. But in one aspect, I mean, we don't have to worry about crossing over this line and going bullish. We got plenty of wide open spaces available that we can just ignore that as resistance until we hit it. But we can get a lot of gains still here. So I'm just looking for the signs of bullishness here, and we still got them. I do believe we still got some. Maybe. Oh crap! What are you doing? Don't you dare print a red dot over here. It looks like she's getting ready to put a red dot on the weekly. This is what it looks like before one prints. Oh man, I didn't want to see that. That would definitely make me want to speed up my profit taking. I've already got my limit order set for we go up, where I'm peeling out on some of these altcoins, lightening my bags. Just a little bit. Well, I gotta say, I like what I'm seeing here. So I do think we'll see some gains in altcoins. I think we'll see some prices come up. Some of them may not do as well as others, but I think we got something coming up, and then it might get shaky, and we may work through it. Who knows? But we want to keep an idea. We definitely want to check out this guy. MACD, you were flipping. Oh man. How sucky is that? All right, well, I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. We are no longer bullish on the weekly MACD for altcoins. She has flipped a red histogram. She flipped on us. That's not what I want to see on a weekly time frame. That might be scary AF. Now this has just started, so I mean I'm not trying to dismiss it, but we keep an eye this week, because it can still, if it get bullish, it's going to change. This will change this week. This is not solid yet until next week after it finally prints for real. So that's got me curious. What else have we got? We're still above the signal line. That hasn't crossed bearish yet. That's good. Have I got anything else I can work with here? Not really, other than support right there. There is a support area right there on RSI. So she's starting to get a little trickier to trade here. This is the 3-day. That's where she's getting tired at there. All right, so this is total 3 with this threatening green Ichimoku cloud just begging for us to dive into it. We've been finding support on the 50 moving average so far. So and until we lose that, I'm not going to get too bearish. I'm just saying there's some signs of caution. I still think that we can get a nice little pump up on some of these altcoins this week. And like I said, I do plan on taking some profits. And a lot of it has to do with the 200 moving average. We lost that, and all these moving averages have rolled down. Now the 50 is not rolling over yet. She's still got some strength. The other one's still got some strength. So maybe we bounce and we come up and we have to finagle our way through there. So I think it's going to be, and this is supposed to be a crazy week, I think, for all of our news that's coming out with the Fed and all that stuff. It's going to be a shaky week, I believe. So the best thing to do is prepare a little ahead of time and make a game plan ahead of time. You might be spend some time with your portfolio and going over there and seeing what's worth messing with. All right, so and then Bitcoin dominance, that's the culprit right here. But now here's how things can change for us this week. And so if we are going to get a little bump up on altcoins, I do expect that Bitcoin dominance will see a little drop this week. But she is making higher highs, therefore it's probably going to be a higher low, more than likely. Most likely it may not even come back and break this yellow line. But the drop here when it happens would be nice, and let's hope that we've got that coming. Hopefully she doesn't have to go up more and then come down. This was the 4. Oh man, yep. Screw that. 1 hour says nope, I'm going up before I come down. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. Woo! Let's get this party started. Oh man, Bitcoin dominance, don't kill our altcoins. All right. So my trend line needs to be adjusted here, and this is our 786 fib area. These are pivot points I'm hoping we get a rejection from, but man, that's looking... What the hell? Bitcoin dominance, you just won't get bearish enough for us. We do not have an altcoin season until this starts going south. That's just how it works. We can make gains in altcoins on the dollar, but the Bitcoin is outperforming it, and every time Bitcoin drops, they give it up. Every time Bitcoin goes up a little bit, they go up a lot less. But something. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a look at a few coins here really quick. I promise I'll do it quick, and I'm going to try to stick with the 4-hour time frame here. First one we'll take a look at is Caspa. Caspa's found an area of support, 786 Fibonacci. From where? Well, the idea of us catching there and going to those targets and reaching our 618, that did not work. We lost this bearish megaphone pattern. And that's pretty decent for a pullback, really. The pullbacks on these are not really that bad. That looks pretty cool. Would you have done better? Not really. Hopefully we won't go down any further. That looks just... Let me pull my fibs. I think somebody got lazy and didn't color code something. Yep, that's a 618. That's not a... That's too high to be what I had you as. Okay, so a 618 bounce is cool. I am still keeping this target at 14, right at 15 cents. You can stay, and you can come on. So these guys, this is gone. I don't know. So I had a trade set up, didn't I? Well, that clearly got stopped out. Thuckies. So the whole idea is of this trade, so I'll talk about it since we got in here, was to buy the bottom of the trend line. That's where I like to get in because the risk to reward is so much better. You can control your risk. This is a 5% stop loss. And the idea that we break the trend line, even given some little wiggle room for those little wicks there, but break the trend line, then our idea is invalid. Therefore, trade needs to have stop loss to get us out of it, because this can happen, and that's what happened. I was probably being a little bit too bullish, considering how many times that we tested that trend line. I'd probably still do it again, though. Alright, so I don't think we need you anymore. Did we erase? No, we still got our line here. And we had a measure move. Oh, that's from the triangle. So we're still in the breakout, and what we've done is we come up. We made a higher high than this little guy. Didn't get past these guys yet, so we're looking for our higher low. Retest. Looks like it coming back close to our breakout area. Maybe she can still go lower. Could still happen. I'm thinking with these moving averages here that we can probably recover back in through here. And I will now pull our line here, and I'll get rid of this little guy. Because now we're probably looking for something a little bit more channel-esque. That's about the closest touches that I can get right now that kind of makes sense, so we'll go with that idea. 2 touches on one side, technically 3 on the other there, if I count the gaps. Would preferably have 3 better touch points on that side. Alright, so let's look and see if Caspa can finally get a little come up and see if we can start working our way back up here to about 10 cents. It'll be a little bit rough right there at 10 cents. Better than dropping down. Better than being 5 cents, right? Check out FartCoin here on the 4 hour. Doing something very similar there. Hadn't met the bottom of my trend line. It's not the greatest trend line though. And it could be lower. Could we see 83-cent FartCoin? Maybe. We had this channel, we lost it, so breaking that would take us pretty much down to these areas, and it could be, coming back over and then rolling over and coming down. So this is the 4 hour, and so this one would cover the beginning of the week. This is probably a good one to watch on your altcoins if we are looking for a bearish retest of something. In other words, we're looking that we might get a little small rally out of altcoins, maybe probably tomorrow or Tuesday, and then we might come over and go lower. Elliot, what do you say on this? Have you got something? He thinks it's already over. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we bounce off this 360 and we recover and go on our merry way. It just looks like we're going to come up and retest me. I'm just saying, this is what I see. Am I missing something? 382. I just don't see this stuff sticking. I don't see altcoins not rolling over this week. One thing that we didn't do that I was supposed to do, and my apologies for it, was to take a look at Bitcoin on the monthly. I just want to do that real quick. Now look at our indicators over here. We got this nice little beautiful green dot, which is technically a buy signal. Doesn't mean to do it though. It means, hey man, do your homework and look at some other stuff, see if you got some other buy signals. If so, then maybe it's a buy. It means things are favorable. We got a green dot here on market cipher for the monthly. That's pretty impressive. This is MACD on the monthly, chugging along real strong. Dark candles, not light ones showing weakness, but dark ones, they could go up a little bit more, but hey, we're just starting, right? And then we got our RSI, which is a little lower. Our candles are going a little higher, so we got to be careful about that as far as divergence, because we're starting to form some. Unless we can just blast on up and take the RSI with us over this month and negate it. But it is bullishly above our signal line, that yellow line. So things are looking good on the monthly with Bitcoin. It's just I can't say anything bad about you here on the weekly. I added that new moving average, which I probably won't keep it on here all the time. I'm keeping it here temporarily just to kind of help me navigate a little bit better. But look, this is a 5 moving average here on the weekly. We're on it. The 9 is way down here. That one's been concerning me at 96, and I'm like, that would suck to drop through there. So this is one way that, you know, another moving average is kind of helping me out here. It's right. It's gray line right underneath it. So far, so good. We haven't lost it. So I think that's kind of promising. Here we are on the daily, and we have lost it there. Be nice to see some duck lips form here and that 9 start curving up. All right, so on this chart, I've also got this volume profile. According to it, we bounced off of our point of control, and we should be kind of heading up here at about 109. Just generally how that indicator kind of works. And I would say, I hope. I see a lot of congestion around here, about 106, 108, but I would love to see us go to 109. Retest that. That would be fun. We got some volume here and prices hanging out, so I take that as kind of a decent sign, a neutral sign right now on the daily. All right, so I'm through looking at Bitcoin. I promise is going to take a look at some of these altcoins again. Let me come over to the chat and get some of your coins over here. Finish saying hello to everybody. Ave Medina, Grimmer, how's it going? Duality C, Chris Clyde, So. I think I've got Road Glide. I think I've got everybody. Solus. Oh, Haven says Solus hit for you. We'll take a look at that one too. I saw it. I was looking over here on Tokenmetrics, and no, I thought it was Solus. It's Solaire. That's what I kept saying. No, I thought I saw Solus somewhere. Did I not? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Thinking of the wrong one. Sometimes it happens. Got that boomer brain going on right now. So we got STX, one of my favorites. ETC. You know, I haven't played that one at all this time. She surprised me last cycle, though. That thing was down like $8, saved $8. Might have got to 16, but it went up to like $72. The original Ethereum is what ETC is. 1,000 Floki. 1,000 cats. 1,000 cock. Oh, that sounds scary. If you have time, dog. I don't know if I can handle 1,000 cocks. Yeah, you need to talk to Bonnie Blue for that. Now, she can do it in about 12 hours, what I'm told. Yeah, she's pretty good. She can handle them. I'm not really into roosters that much. Chris Klein says, hi for gaming. All right. So we'll put high down. This is going to be a fun night. Okay, and Peppy. What time is it now? This was at 11:11. How long did it take me to get over here? Oh my God, it took me 30 minutes. I'm so sorry. Aunt D doesn't like Total 3 Weekly. She says they still offer fun pills. I think so. Hondo Pancho, how's it going? Hell yeah, Elliot Ova right now. We eat RSI for breakfast. She wants 2,000 bucks now. She start down that road, you're just never satisfied, I guess. I don't know. All right. Bonnie Blue, she's cute. She just ain't wife material for anybody that I could possibly I've ever known. Kind of. She'd make a great cat lady, a sexy cat lady. That's going to be the thing, isn't it? Is that going to be the thing? We're going to... this new generation is going to have sexy cat ladies? I think we're going to have a bunch of sexy cat... Well, that might be fun at the retirement home. I'm just saying. I mean, you know... as long as you're 6 foot tall and you got a six-pack in the retirement home, you probably have a chance. Let's take a look at stacks. Marriage megaphone over here too. Well, played out. Okay, well that sucks. And so we have some targets on the way. That's cool. Let's get all this stuff measured move. That measured move didn't hit over here and then went above. That one didn't do as good, but it got you in the ballpark. So stacks, yeah, she's been down, man. Oh, yeah, what was she? Was over $1. That was good. For the longest time, it stayed somewhere around 60 cents, and here she is at 74 cents. The lower high. Now we got a lower low. Now that to me that looks like 5 waves and an ABC. Is that what you got, Elliot? Well, you got the 5 wave. You're what? You're not going to do the ABC? You skimping, Elliot? What's up? I came down small time frame. That didn't help you. Elliot be tripping. To me, it looks like if this is our 5 wave, then ABC could be the brunt of it is over. Could be. Let's see. Do we have some angle response here with these touches? This is something else I look for. If we've already started out with an angle, and if I'm drawing it over to a new bottom that's forming, if the wicks kind of line up with my angle, like the majority of these do, then I think, oh, we might have our new trend line. And we got 1 touch, 2 touch, maybe technically 3 if you want to do that. I just kind of group that together as one. So I'm leaving that as our new trend line. And if we break it, then well, hold on to your a-hole. There's 1,000 cocks out there somewhere. Keep that a-hole protected. All right, let's look at. We might as well look at it now. Not the a-hole. The. Oh man, don't say that either. We're going to take a look at a. I got to do this, and then I've got to do this. 1,000. Well, ladies, you've been waiting forever to see 1,000 cocks. Well, right here you go. 1,000 cock here on MEXC. That's at 0.0069. What a bargain. Can pick you up a spare in case yours stops working. I don't know. Come on now, get your cock today. We got them battery operated. We got them solar powered. We got every kind of cock you can imagine. I don't know where that come from. I'm so sorry. My apologies. Anyway, 3 little touches on this little trend line idea, which as a local pattern, just local, opens up some possibilities for us. Another idea is if you got this little squeezy going on, which more than likely that's what we will kind of see until she decides to boom. We're still looking at this guy over here. I don't see any reason to take it off the radar. Actually, this is the 4 hour, and I still like the moving averages. I'm still seeing them trying to flip. Or they are flipping. They are flipping. So I find that amazing. So this, to me, this one looks bullish. So again, we were still thinking about the idea that altcoins may not do as great. So maybe they come up this week, they come down and they do something like this. I don't know. Or maybe there's a few that just say, screw it, I'm going up anyway. And we might see some, I mean, bean coins, they're kind of the first thing to move when the market starts moving anyway. They remind me a lot of the new tokens that we used to have back before Ethereum came out. There's always they copy a layer 1 like Litecoin or something like that and have a new chain, a new thing, and that meme coin. That's basically like the same with meme coins, because everything was going to revolutionize the world. It was a copy of some other coin, but it was going to do something totally different. and revolutionize the world. The other one sucked though, even though we copied it. This one's cool though. You need to buy this one because it's a copy, and it's got a dog picture. So Doge was proof of work. If you didn't know that, still is proof of work. So Stacks, I think she's got a chance to. I think she's got a chance to bounce. It looks like it's going to. Do expect it to be a shaky week, just because of the Fed news and everything else that's going on. But she's at an area of support, so we would expect. Let's pull her Fips. We need to get past what, the 7 cent area. I would at least look to get 0.008 safely. I think we can at least do that, and then it might get a little fuzzy or whatever. I don't see any danger yet of breaking the trend line. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't see any signs saying "watch out, we're getting ready to dump." I don't see anything saying that just yet, unless death cross trying to happen. But that's just a death cross. Yeah. I don't know who named that, but they went a little extreme on the name there. All right, well, let's check out high. Okay. This is High Street on Coinbase. 4-hour chart. It's trying to roll over too. It's just not quite as far along as some of the other ones are, but it's happening. It's trying. All the take these guys off. Oh man, you already flipped and then flipped bearish on the regular ones have flipped bearish. Okay, the regulars have flipped bearish. Let me put that out there. The bigger ones, they are still in bearish formation too, but the regular ones have flipped the bearish ones, or the bigger ones is what I'm saying. And see that? It's like it's the start of a ribbon flip. It's the start. It's a possible start of things going to be looking good if we give them just a little bit of time. Have I got something there? Oh, we got a good place right there. Okay, so we're holding a 618 so far. If we drop down, I would be looking at this area about 45 cents. If we can hold this area at 52, that is, just chugging our way back along, and eventually, we can start hitting, the 87.95. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy ride by any means. So, doing our little trick that we had over here. This is just a speculative guy here. Not trying to put a dotted line so we know he's just an idea. He's not really there. But these are respecting that trend line angle, so it looks like we got us a little something there. Do you match up with anything? What about that? Those two. Have we got something over here? Maybe. So we'll keep an idea. Do you line up anywhere? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. There's that angle coming into play over here. Right there. Might even shove it up here just a little bit to get under here. So I think personally that 63 is possibly attainable. 200 crossed over the 666. That's bullish so far. I say this, and right when I say it, it looks like she's just now probably right. No, it's been a few minutes. Yeah, she had a little dumpy from 56 all the way down to a whole 2 cents. Here's another ribbon trying to flip over. They're trying to regain this. We regained a 360. We lost it now, but we'll probably try to get it back and see if we can stair step up. High. So High Street, gaming coin, got down here way where 34 cents, and now we're retesting 52. And look at where this thing's been though. Oh man, we thought, or did we think? I'm not one to draw a flag. Oh, because we were. Oh, she was trying to go parabolic. But she didn't. She faked us out. Broke back into the pattern, and then, oh, this is the man in a bear market. You see this a lot. Break out of a channel like this, look like you're going to do something, and then boom. They get brutal. Oh, this one got kind of brutal. But she was up to almost $9, or at $9, and it's at 63 cents. Will it do it again? I don't know, but that's a pretty good come up if we can get anywhere half near there, right? You know, to get to $6 is a 10x from here, and that's not nothing to sneeze at. So, might be something to look at. I like that Ichimoku cloud. Looks like you're trying to do something. Take a look at 1,000 cats. You had cocks, now you got. Don't say it. Okay. Well, it's only suiting to follow 1,000 cocks by 1,000 kitties. Come here, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Makes me think of Bonnie Blue again. I don't know why. Is this Simon Cat? Or is this a different one? So far, we're testing trend lines, and they seem to be kind of holding. And let's see what we got this bullish going on. You got the 50 crossing the 100. That's good. That could be enough to help us move out of this zone. And you know, a lot of people don't look at these this way, but I mean, I kind of like it. I like these guys, the ones that do this, especially if they did. You know, they got kind of a rounding shape going on. This could end up being fun. This is on the daily, so let's keep an eye on that. I especially like this. Look, the candle bodies and everything. They're really respecting that trend line, that idea. And that opens up a lot of possibilities, getting up to 1.5 cents, doubling up from here. Sounds crazy right now. I know it usually does. Then we come back and you know, a week or so, and they're like, oh, it can happen. Yeah, it can. She's also retesting this guy right now. I think it's got a good chance to catch. This could also be a possible entry idea, and we probably got some kind of entry signal. Nope, nothing down here. Some people would be scared of this as looking at it as a bear flag or idea. Because I mean, if you follow the patterns, I mean, yeah, it is. The thing that makes it different for me is that it's at a very pivotal point. It's at a major fib area for it's run. I mean, I guess technically it could still, especially with these moving averages, could be a dropping down. That would suck to see this come down to 0.0005, take another 20% hit there or more. But I'm not yet reading it that way. You need to park that idea in the back of your mind, so that if we do see trend line breaking, but as long as trend line holds, then and moving averages keep crossing bullishly, then we might not have that at all. We might have something else going on here. Where would I put a target for this one? Short-term target? I would pull a fib from here. Are we retesting that? Yeah, it looks beautiful. I like the 618, honestly, 0.008. It's not very much of a come up from where we are here. Somewhere about 9 or 10%, I think. That's nothing. And crypto is not. We can just come back up and reclaim this area over here. In time, we will. I kind of like what I'm seeing. Oh, this could be healthier. Don't get me wrong, but I like that we're respecting this area. It's got a little chance. Take a look at Pepe. Pepe? The PP coin. I guess Binance would be good. Oh, you're doing the same thing. You look like a bear flag too. Pepe. Your moving averages don't look good either. They going the wrong way. Could Pepe be dropping down to here? Oh man. I am not riding. Am I still in I'm still down $1.5 million in XCN Onyx coin. Fat fingered that little sucker. I don't want to go. Don't sell Pepe at the bottom. Oh, that's not the bottom. I want to take my profits out of Pepe. Or should, nah, let it ride. Let Pepe ride. We want to be a Pepe millionaire. On paper. A paper Pepe millionaire. Say that fast 5 times. Alright, Pepe, what are you doing on the smaller term time frames? What are you doing over here? You didn't hit my target, the 0.5. You didn't make it to the 0.5 Fibonacci. And you're rolling over? That's not great. All right, so I see a flipping in of the moving averages here on the 4 hour for Pepe. That's kind of cool. I see that angle right there too. Let me take my trend line down here. Look at that angle. Look at that angle. Now we got something to see if it holds. Do we have a corresponding angle? Yeah, that's janky. You kind of do under here. Let's see what happens. Let's take our fib from low to the high. And this is also a 618. I want to take this little guy off. Actually, I'm just going to move you right down here and color you yellow. So to me, I think we got a good chance for Pepe to bounce right now. One thing I recommend you do is go to the weekly on all your coins, because some of them are flipping bearish for the weeks. All right, this one's getting a little bit of weakness, so, but she hasn't given us like a red dot or anything yet. Man, that could be coming. So how you gonna be bullish on Pepe and bearish at the same time? I mean, we can still get our pump this week. But that would suck, man. I don't like total 3 flipping bearish on that weekly. Hopefully it will flip back. We don't need to see another bearish trend out of altcoins. My gosh. That means we could be giving up all the gains we got on all the altcoins, and they could go to lower lows. That would suck. That would not be cool. Don't need to see that happen. There are a couple of coins that some of you guys mentioned, and I've been meaning to get back to them because they've been doing good, and I just haven't. I keep forgetting about them. I think they're both meme coins. They're on, well, one's on base and one, no, they're both on Ethereum. They're both on Ethereum. JYAI, Jerry the Turtle. I mean, I think, oh, are you still up? She went up and they've been down, but now they're starting to do something again. This is it on the daily. And I mean, it was like literally, it was just, no, this one had been out. I think it had been over here somewhere. So I would put like what, $25 in this. I've already taken my profit too. Where are you at? Let me see what we got. I did it live here on the stream because I happen to like it was a meme going, and I happen to like the chart, and the market cap was really tiny. I can't remember exactly. Where are you, Jerry the Turtle? There you are. And Jerry Turtle, yeah, so I've already taken profits. I've already moonbagged it, and it's still up $25 into it, and I've got $69 of it right now after taking profits in both Ethereum and USDC. So this one does, you can't bitch about that. That's pretty cool. I can't remember when, but I'm going to guesstimate right here. And going up, yeah, see, that's like 4x, 400% gains just from the dippy dip. And currently, that's still up 180% from that. So we got a trend line, little curvy, and she's rounding over here. It's looking promising. This is going to be tricky for me to figure out my, well, maybe not. If we're going for impulse move, I'm not doing it. I'm going from the very bottom. We did come down to, either way you look at it. I think this one fits best. If we were to zoom out, like on the daily, it'd be easier to say, oh, well, there's the bottom. See, it's a little bit easier to figure it out that way. And so we bounced off the 618. Man, that is so sweet. There are no guarantees that this will happen, but it does happen. I think it's got a better chance with this. And from where we are right now, about another 110% gains. Let's come down to the 4 hour and see what you're looking like. The moving averages look good. 21's the only one that's been a little scraggler. The rest of them are looking good. She'll come back up. Oh, lie. So pretty cool. So this one did pretty good, and another one that did good was Nitro. This is it. I put $25 into this one too. I think this one was mentioned right when it first came out, right? This was the 14th, and I don't know. It was early, or it was getting ready to do something. I can't remember when I bought Nitro. I bought it and JIA at around the same time. Anyway, put $25 into Nitro, took out $51. And I've got $86 in there right now. So it's definitely, well, you should have put $500 in there. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't. And probably would not have the same results if I had of. I mean, I probably would have picked a wrong coin. But that's pretty good results, and we got something similar going on over here too. Like I said, this is available on base. Looks like we got we're going to qualify as a 618. Should I come all the way down? Let's just zoom out all the way out. That should have worked. We can do it this way. just not as sold on that one. I like happy. Okay. Let's see if I got some confluence here. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. I'm gonna stick with that. Of course, the high that it had there, 86.11. I got 11.152 and 12.188, and it's sitting at 52.08 right now. And it's not the best time to get in. It's far from the trend line. Unless you wanted to draw a new trend line that it seems to be trying to break away from and put your stops below that guy. Of course, you can't really do stops on the base wallet. What are we looking at? 100%? Not bad, but these are some coins that you guys had mentioned, and I looked at the chart, and then I ended up FOMOing in. I just, oh my gosh, that looks like it's going to do something. I want some of that. And low market cap, risky as hell. New meme coins or ones that haven't been around very long at all. But so far, so good. Taking profits because that's what you definitely got to do on meme coins. You would think meme coin traders would be the best ones to take profit on other coins. They seem to jump in and jump out a lot. Let's take a look at ETC. Ed on Binance. Oh, you back at $16? Remember, this one went up to like $70 last time she was at this point, or lower. It was lower, wasn't it? It was around $8, wasn't it? Where were you? Oh, 5, then 11, and then, oh my gosh, I forgot that. Yeah, you did. I think I got out around 70, and you went on up to $178 last time. It was crazy. And then gave it all back. It did not last very long at all. It's gone over. No revisits, no nothing. It's just down and where we are now. Will it do it again? Hard to say, man. I mean, I didn't expect it to do it the last time. The little psychic girl I was watching said it was going to do it. She was right and I wasn't. She did have a pretty good call off of that. So where are we at now? Did you lose something? This one does not look as bullish on the 4 hour as the other ones do, and there's some bullish crosses. There's some others too. I don't like that we lost this trend line. This one I'm starting to really look at. Maybe she could be a bear flag and come down. Let's see where she might go. You're holding the 0.5 after losing. Okay, let's do this. Forgot there's a wick. There's a wick. Oh man. Took it good. Sleepy. There's a wick. Oh, the wick gets it. The wick and the angle get it. Okay. This little technique has saved my ass from making stupid decisions before. It sounds crazy. It looks unorthodox, but it's really not. It's kind of a Gann thing. Gann was big on the angles of the trend lines. And I just take it and pull it to the end of the wick, and then we see we got confluence there. It's respecting that angle, more than likely. I got some other. It's respecting it right there too. I don't see anything. There's nothing back there to do it. Looking for anything else here, there, here. Broke out. That's the angle for it. So whereas this was starting to look very bearish to me, it's actually giving me some hope now, right? Just that one little technique. Because the bear flag idea would take you down to $14.786 retracement. That could happen. I mean, that's legit, can happen. But this trend line gives me hope that maybe that it will hold and we'll recover these guys. I mean, we did have a bullish cross of the 200 over the 360, so maybe that's that can get us to go from the 360 to go back and talk to it. Let's hope that we can do that and get back up somewhere around $18. Better than being here below 17. So let's keep our eye on this one. I think it's got a chance. Let me come down to the 15-minute and see what it looks like over here. 15-minute is it's respecting that, and they're starting to the 5 moving averages that we use they've rotated, they flipped. So that's good. Let's hope that I can stay and start regaining this ground. So we can pull a fib from right here where she got rejected. And you can see we're still in that little zone right now, this 236 zone, still below it. Not out of the woods yet, but when we get above that, break $17. Yeah, we're probably going to be a lot happier, and I think it's got a chance to do that soon. Do look for the idea that it might come up here. That might be as far as it gets this week, 1769 or something. If she breaks back in here, that's good, but she could roll here too. Look on him. This is one of my favorite things, watching some of these pattern gurus over here. Look, it's a shoulder, head, and maybe an inverted head and shoulder forming. That makes sense. That could happen. That could be something to look for. But you also see them. Look, it's a shoulder, a head, right shoulder could be forming to the downside. That's bullcrap. This is a top reversal pattern. That does not. I'm sorry, they did not read the textbook. They skipped class that day or something. They did not learn their lesson there. But that's what they're teaching. And a lot of times, if you notice that, a lot of times these will fake out because that's not what they're supposed to do. That's not how they're supposed to be used. That's not the thing. But the real way to look at it would be the channel that it is, which is, and it does make a bear flag. It does make a bear flag. It can. It doesn't have to play out as a bear flag though. Cross your fingers, it does not. My prediction is that it will not. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm not wrong. Hope we won't come back down there. Oh man, those freaking flag suckers got it. We didn't look at a 1,000 Floki. I got too flustered looking at the 1,000 kitties and the 1,000 cocks. This is on 2-bit? I don't even know what exchange this is. I guess I'm riding with it. Looks like they got enough liquidity. So I see we're touching a 360 moving average on the 4-hour. Oh yeah, this she's already starting to do her crosses. This one's looking nice. Is that bear flag too, right? Except for this one's got a trend line. Yeah. Nice. You know what I'm gonna do? I love this pattern. I love this. This one opens up all this space for us to go to. It sounds crazy. This is the 4-hour. This is not the 1 minute. This is amazing. You know, I just see this happen a lot. I see this happen a lot. I don't know, a price will mimic the main market structure and everything, but you guys see this? You get one peak, then you get a little peak, and then you get another peak. That's the I don't know. That's the I don't know guy.
just like the coin under the flame.
It's a variation of a triple top, and I don't like them. They're bad news. And every time that I see one of those guys, every time that I see one of these guys on the chart, this is, it was total 3 last year, hitting that 3618 Fibonacci area and printing one of these right beneath it, that turned me on to this dude. Made me start looking at this, not a head and shoulders pattern, a form of triple top, and they are nasty. And if I ever see one of those, I'm watching with caution, especially if they're at resistance, because this looks like last summer what Total 3 did after doing this. Just, that's nasty. Gotta remember that. But anyway, we'll go from this little high right there all the way down to the bottom, and we're still in our juicy little buy zone, in my personal opinion. And this area about 16 cents looks juicy to me. That's a 0.5 Fibonacci, and looking to the left, that's where all the little hiccuping started happening, where we started losing ground. So definitely think we can make it up there at 16 cents. That'd be doubling up from where we are now. You get to pull your collateral out, buy in the bottom of the trend line here, and have a little moon bag to. That's nice. So I like this idea. That's 95% gains. Oh, I'm just gonna put it over here. And this is 4. I'm actually gonna post this one. Should have posted the other ones. I just didn't think of it at the time. 1,000. Oh wait a minute. Go to the dollar sign. 1,000. Floki. 4-hour chart. Nice. I think it looks nice. Possible 200% gain, or what? With a 200%, 93%. To target. All right, throw that little guy out there. Did we look at? I thought we looked at. Did we look at Solace, or did we just talk about Solace? I think it was over here on Dex. I guess we haven't then. It was. Where did you go, Dex Tools? I must have closed that. Was it Dex Tools or Dex Screener? I think it's Dex Screener. Oh, here's Edge. She just range, man. I remember making that comment about it. Looks like this thing just wants to range. This is, I don't know what this is. But some of you guys have asked about it, or one of you guys have asked about it, but that's all it's done is just stay in this range. That's a pretty decent range though. 60, I mean, you got 100% range. I mean, you can double your money within this range, bottom to top. Let's see, what was it? Solace. There we are. Virtual. Okay, by virtuals. That's right. Here we are. Oh, yeah, nice. Haven said it hit. Yeah, the measure move hit. And then the Fibonacci area. That was the main thing I was looking for. 382 hit. And it looks like we're getting some we're beneath it now, getting some rejection there. And the measure move is being support. That happens sometimes. That was just a channel measure move, just a little channel idea. Did pretty good, and then we even got up above it. If we continue up, we're looking 0.0423 and eventually hopefully 0.047. So congratulations, Amy. What would that look like from down here? at that breakout area. That was up to, that's about 42% gains. This line needs to be blue. Try to color code my lines. It helps me remember what my thought process and everything too. We need. Is that you? So we got all the way up to 40% gains right there. We'll just count this area. Take a picture of that. Oh wait, can we do that over here? I don't know if we can do this over here. Nope, you can't do that over here. Alright. Take the picture, put it over into the vanity wall. Let's go to the vanity wall here. Oh, look! Hey, you, 43%. Nice one. Look at that, 43% gains there. Entered at 0.09916, exit at 0.0103. 10x. That's pretty good gain for 10x, I'm telling you. All right. This is Solus. Nailed it. All right. Oh, are you coming down more now? Did you say oopses? Is there another entry for you? It looks like she's coming down to retest the. Let me borrow you. This is actually coming down to retest this area down here. We can't see that. She may not make it all the way back down there, but then again, she might. We could pull a fib and get it, but I don't think these are on exchanges, they're on swaps, so you can. Yeah. Alright, let me check my list real quick. Oh, right. I want to take a look at AI16Z, if you don't mind. AI16Z. Binance has got you over here on perps. Do you have a good chart for me? I don't have here. I think that's all you got, though, isn't it? AI. Nah, surely you weren't all just straight down. Let's go to COINEX. There we go. Now we got a chart. There was some up before it went down. I did not color my lines. I don't know what I was doing. It's like we're retested the 236 fib area. Swing high to swing low. And it does look like we need to come. I'm going to keep you. So to me, 42 cents and 51 cents look pretty juicy for targets for this. And she's at 24 cents now on the 4-hour time frame. And it might take it a minute to get there, meaning, I don't know, I would guess maybe a week. Maybe, if it's going to. Just guesstimating, we have no idea. Oh, that was the wrong one.
Blockchain party, she wore a Bitcoin necklace. Said she mind her own ether because she passed my stress test. Kept talking decentralization, my heart began to sing. But then saw her exodus. Now that's a crypto fling. You don't really love me, you just love my crypto. You don't really see me, you just see my crypto.
Looks like we got this nice trend line there. It was one of those that was trying to do that little bear flag thing and decided to go the other way.
Wanted my private keys to unlock all the games, but she was just another fashion link in my chain.
And you got that idea going on, so that's some resistance up here around 30 cents. 42. So we're right beneath the resistance. There might be a pullback. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with altcoins. This is the 4 hour. I mean, it could come back to 22 somewhere through there, but 42 looks really good. Where's that little guy? We'll share this idea. Yeah, and 109 to 51. Let's see, that's our 786 retracement from this guy. We're not even looking at, you know, the bigger picture of things over here yet. We're just dealing with this tiny little zone down through here. This one got up to $2.45 this year. Earlier this year, AI16 was up at $2.49, and then she's decided to drop all the way to 12 cents. So as this goes up to these pivot areas, I'm sure there's going to be some sell pressure from some people that are caught and just glad to be almost at break even or just getting back at break even, and they just want to get out. So that will be interesting when we start getting up there to some of those dollars, back into the dollars. So she's still cheap, 24 cents, not 12 cents anymore, or 10 cents. She got down as far as like 10 cents. To get back to $3, $4, $5, man, you were up there, real? No, not 5. You got up to 2. Even if it just got up to $1 again, or $1.50, I mean, that's a come up, right? It's a good chance that this one can do that, in my personal opinion. It's just opinion. It is just a useless meme coin, has no purpose, no value per se. Will not have any value in the bear market. Take a look at Nakamoto Games. This is one reason why I think that gaming might be starting to step up a little bit. She's starting to get some moves here. This one doesn't move a whole lot until she does. You can do a little bit better on the 4 hour moving averages. This was the woolly booger. She came up, came back to retest it, then blasted through it. Did not close a lower low below this lower right shoulder. If it had, then I would be really scared and pissed off that this is over. But she came down. It didn't invalidate the pattern, is what I'm saying. Inverted head and shoulders. If price comes down below here, this is invalidated. Of course, she's already hit up here anyway, right? Pretty much got its target. Not quite. It is a little bit lackluster. But she came all the way back down there, so I think the target's still in effect. But we did a double bottom. I mean, that was beautiful. It came right back to the same price, just bottomed there again, and decided I'm going to get bearish now. I'm bullish. I'm going to get bullish. I'm bearish. Oh, it's a shiny day. Woo! Let's go. Let's rock. The depressive wave is over. So we are back at the neckline for the inverted head and shoulders, and we're getting some rejection there. Yeah, I know it sucks, but always got to give it some time to work her magic. Just one step at a time, baby. As long as it doesn't make a lower low, we're good. Would have been good if you made a higher high. She needs to do that. Need to knock that out pretty quick. Hopefully that's what it's working on. Come down a little bit and then go up again and get her higher. Knock out this little guy. Just get past this trend line. Let's come on. Let's go back to 45 cents. This thing went up to $3, by the way. Nakamoto Games. She dropped from $1.76 and it sucked, but she was up to $3.13 just a year ago. And now she's at 40 cents, coming from a low of about 29-30 cents, which was juicy. This is one of my dark horse plays that I've got here. I like Nakamoto Games. I think we're going to look at Chill Guy. And I almost forgot. This is in on Binance. Woo, you went up to almost a 3618. Dang, look at you. That was a, what did I do? That's a pretty good run. Chill guy, nobody wanted to look at it when it was about 2 cents. Went all the way up to almost 12 cents. Got to pull back. Looks like we got an M-top pattern up there. Let's see what we got. That is a 0.5 retrace. Really? And you gave me a lower one? Are you giving me a bat pattern? They might be giving me a bat pattern. We're going to look at these guys right down here. No, it sounds crazy. It sounds bearish, right? They're not going to tell me it's going to bounce off the 618. No. I mean, I hope it does. But most likely, I think we got a really good chance, especially if it is a bearish bat pattern. There is such a thing. It's a Fibonacci harmonic pattern. And so we got an 886 retracement down here on 1.9. Just an idea. Now this is a bullish pattern, believe it or not. I mean, it goes down, but when it bounces off of here, it's bullish, and we should get a nice little rise up, completing a double bottom. That's what we're hoping for. This is just one idea I want to put up here. I'm playing around with these guys a little bit, but we'll keep this one. We'll put our 618 over here. See what happens. If she looks like I'm looking down here. These are not my forte. These are kind of new for me, but they overlap with what I do. But I am kind of looking at that 29 cent area. So I want to watch this and see how this goes. It lost its main trend line right there. And if you took a measured move from this little guy, let's say you just took the conservative one, put that at the breakout, that also takes us down to this area. Put this one, that will be a deep one. Yeah, that takes us beyond that area. So looking at 29 cents, chill guy, maybe. See what happens here. Probably hiccup around 5.7. But that 3 cent area is starting to look interesting. I'd have no guarantees that this is going to play out. I'm just watching it, but that is usually what happens when we come down and making a double bottom pattern, and we get I call these butt cracks. Butt cracks are typically harmonic patterns, and they usually bring you down here. Or can bring you back down here to these areas, and maybe even double tap them down here for another double bottom. That would suck for Chill Guy to go down there. I don't know. Let's see. I could be totally wrong. Got a 50 moving average. Okay. Bullishly over the 100. Maybe that's enough, and this doesn't happen at all. But I'm willing to leave it there and see what happens with it. Guys, I've been going for about 2 hours now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hey, Peck said, sent one Road Dog crypto gift membership and Chaotic Rage. Got it? Congratulations, Chaotic Rage. That gives you access to the membership videos here on YouTube, and I've got Chart School videos over there. There's some good stuff over there. All right. Woo! I appreciate that. APF. Dude, Stoke RSI weekly crossed down like 9 December. It's all going down at least for a few weeks. It does seem that way. That's why I'm getting ready. I think if I don't know when you tuned in, but earlier I was saying it looks like we can go up on altcoins a little bit for a bearish retest, but then I'm thinking we might roll over a little bit. So I'm not disagreeing with us having a very shaky alt week. I'm trying to get ready for it because I don't want to see my numbers go down again. I'm tired of all that crap. But I didn't I'm sure we looked at the stochastics and made comments on them, but I can't remember what they were doing. The weekly stochastics, right? Yeah. I remember seeing that. Yeah, that's what's so concerning for me, because we're saying it looks like she's ready to print a red dot over here. Money flow's coming down. Everything's coming down on the weekly on Market Cipher here, and even on the MACD here. That one surprised me. She doesn't flip flop that often. Not a big flip flopper. So that's total 3. I want to take a look at others. Now, others has not flipped bearish on the MACD yet, although she's showing some weakness. Others is the majority of our altcoins, okay? Excluding the top 10. So what do you look like over here? Yeah, you look like you could be doing it too. So the weekly is trying to tell us that there might be a little storm coming for altcoins, and so if you get a chance to take some profits this week, I would highly recommend that you get paid a little bit, batten down the hatches, get ready. I mean, I know some of the altcoins look like they could go up and reach some levels, but I think we got to see how far that they can go up this week. Maybe someone will continue doing good, maybe someone won't, but it's starting to look a little shaky out there. Bitcoin's got to figure out what it's going to do, and altcoins, they lag behind Bitcoin. And while I think Bitcoin is going up a little bit, and are you? Did you decide to touch? Where did you touch down? I was looking at this chart, I believe. Let's see, we lost trend line there. We're still. Do you respect my angle? We're going to ride with that. We need a line in the sand. I'm not a big fan of it yet, though. This is Bitcoin on the 6. Oh, nice one. 618 touchdown. Did we not have this charted out? We did. Okay, it was this one, right? You're that one, and we were just on this one. Okay, so yeah, we did have that. We were looking at this one earlier in the screen. So she did what we were hoping she'd do, which is catch here. Or I think she already did it by the time we. No, it was. No, clearly not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe so. So that's cool. So we got a bounce at the 618. That's awesome. Do you know what this means? This means I've got 2 targets over here just waiting. So I'm looking at 106.790-ish and 106.5. Just based on this move alone, now we could. Those are pivot points to where if we're going to do something like, go up and start messing around and start making top patterns, it should happen over here. That's exactly what I was doing over here, pulling these my same moves. That's what we got here for this particular move. And now taking this move into account with bouncing here. Is given this for our next target, and I think I'll post this. I don't usually post these. I need to start doing that. This would give us what? 1.9%. A whole 1.49%. You put 100x leverage on it, and then you got 150% gains. Is that right? Yes. Yeah, don't put 100x leverage on it. So the thing with leverage, and sometimes what I've been doing, I've been starting out with maybe a 1x, and then if it trade starts taking off, I might crank it up. That just frees up my capital. It doesn't change what I make. I've still got the same position size. It's just how much of my actual money is in on that trade shrunk up, so it's free that I can put other places. That's what the leverage is doing. But as long as you got your stop loss, you know where you're putting your stop loss, and then you can figure out how much leverage and how much position size you got, so that if your stop loss gets hit, and a lot of the exchanges are pretty good at telling you what dollar amount you're going to lose at stop loss. So if you have like an $1,000 account and you're only going to risk 2%, with $20, right, would be your stop loss maximum. You can do whatever, but with maximum stop loss you would want to go for a $2,000 or a $1,000 account would be either $10 or $20, 1 or 2%. And so if your stop loss is where you it comes down and knocks us out. Some people don't know this, so that's just why I'm going over this. Because this is confusing. Some people start out spot, and futures is very, you know, it takes some time to get used to that idea. So let's say if we had a trade and we set our stop loss below here, because if we come down and go lower than here, this trade's over, made a lower low. That's not what we were expecting. We're expecting a bounce, right? She's going against us. Stop loss is down here. This is a 0.34% stop loss. And so when I put that in on my exchange, I want to make sure if I got a $1,000 account, 2% is all I'm risking, that when it comes down here, boom, I'm only losing $20 on this trade. Now the risk to the reward ratio, that's this guy over here, and let's go pull him up to our target. Now it's got a 4.36 risk to reward ratio. That means that I can make 4.36 times the amount that I risk. So your profit that you're looking at making would be 4 times this at the trade setup. So I would be making about $80 out of this little move. And I don't even know what my position size would be. We would determine that and what leverage I want to use. It really doesn't matter. I could use, you know, $5 at 300x leverage, as long as when I got stopped out here, it only took 20 away from me. So it really doesn't matter what leverage you're using. That comes to leverage and position size. But what really matters, the most important thing, is what you're getting stopped out at, where your stop loss is and what you're losing there. And I think if you start paying attention to that, and you start entering your trades from this mindset first, looking at stop loss. Where's my stop loss going? First question, where's my stop loss going? Okay. You got to do this on futures. You don't have to do this so much on spot, but definitely a must on futures, in my personal opinion. Where's my stop loss? Stop loss is here at 104,630. How much can I lose in there? My maximum loss is $20. Okay, well, let's figure out what my position size can be. And that's where you play around with it. They got calculators too, but usually on the exchanges, you know, you're sliding the bar around, you know, it'll tell you. And I mean, seriously, I could be putting a $2,000 position here. I could have $2,000 of my own money. It could be a huge ass trade. I don't know, maybe it's 1x, 2x or something. I don't know. It comes down here, and I lose $20. Or it could just be like it's $20 at some kind of crazy 100x, $20 at 100x. Still come down here, I still just lose $20. That's how you calculate, or that's the mindset, the frame of mind that you want to have when you start going into the leverage trade to manage your risk. That 1 to 2% of your whole portfolio, and it shrinks. But that'll keep you from getting in oh my God, I'm under $400. How did that go red so bad? Or I don't know how big to make my position, or I put too much leverage. If you start with your stop loss, that will help you dial all that stuff in. It all begins with stop loss and what it will take you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that was our chart school lesson for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to go to the end screen. Good night, everybody. Good luck trading. Be careful. It's going to be a crappy week this next week. Tomorrow is Monday. Either they're faking us out tonight or they're faking us out tomorrow. Figure it out.
Riding waves of midnight belief.
I can see auroras tonight. I'll show you my areola. Aurora. Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. Aurora. I'll still show you my areola. R.S. Miller, how's it going? Strega. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Flokies. Good night, everybody. Ave. Oh, you got something? Oh, cool, cool. I like it when something makes sense to somebody else. I like it when it makes sense to me too. I've been having to revisit this idea a lot lately to kind of straighten up the. I got on a losing streak there, and I just gotta. This helped a little bit. I think some of it was just, I don't know. Sometimes you get on losing streaks, and then this starts going. Dang it! The market's going up, and I'm this account's on. What? It's usually a result of breaking rules or just rushing things or not taking your time. That's what I've found. Letting that little degen spirit get a hold of you and say, "Oh, go ahead, jump in. It's all right." Guys, thanks for hanging out. 16 people. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, John Boy.
I don't even know if, do you live here, mister?